Hello everyone, myself Sabri and I welcome you to our channel Solution Bridge Network and one-stop solution for all your Power Platform tutorials.
In today's video, we are going to understand how we can leverage the advanced formatting capabilities that the SharePoint has to create a button in the specific item to trigger an email notification if and when required. The use case, what I have taken here is a project task list where I have the title of the task, project name assigned to status, start date, end date with an action. So we are trying to create this action from scratch. So what this action does is whenever they click this notify button, a custom window opens up and asks for a message, and that message will be sent to as an email to that assigned to person. So first let's jump back to the Power Automate window and start creating this flow. Here I'm in my home page of the Power Automate environment. So I would like to go ahead and create an instant flow. I call it as send an email notification. And the trigger, what I would like to use is for a selected item. So if you scroll down, you will be able to see for a selected file as well as selected item. So I would like to go with selected item for now, since we are going to integrate it into the SharePoint list item. So I've selected that and click on create. I would like to switch back to the old designer. As a first step, we need to make sure to tag the relevant site address and the list name. So my site is the data site. So let's scroll down and select the data site. I'm not able to find that name in there. So let's go to an add a custom option, go to the site, select the URL, come back to the flow, enter the site and click OK. Once after you're done, your list will get auto refreshed. And here we would like to take the list called project tasks. I would like to use project tasks. Here, as I said, the user should have privilege to enter a custom message. So I would like to add additional input, a text input, which I call it as message. And whenever that action button is clicked, it prompts for this message and then it executes this flow. So for a selected item, we would like to get all the informations of the item. The reason being, for selected item only retrieves limited information for that item. So we need to retrieve that assigned user. So I would like to call the another action called get items and use the dynamic content where I will be able to get the information for the selected item. Let me tag in the site name. That's data site. Let's go as custom, enter that, click OK, and you can select the list name as project list. Let's scroll down and say project tasks, and the ID will be a dynamic content, and that dynamic content will be from the selected item. So now for a selected item, we are getting the information of the selected item, and finally we're gonna send an email. So let me call it as send an email. Outlook connector, I would like to use send an email v2 option. Here I would like to tag that assigned to user's email. Go to the dynamic content, look for assigned to, so you can tag the assigned to email, and the subject I would like to call it as notification for the task. I would call the title of the task within double quotes. So let me go to the dynamic content again and call the title. So it will be notification for the task and the title of the task. And here in the content, what I would like to do is I would like to call that dynamic property message, whatever we have created on the selected item. So let me tag in the message. Once this is done, I would like to save this flow. Once after this flow is saved, you can just one step back where you need to make sure you copy this identifier for this flow so that we can use it in the SharePoint list. So let me go to the export, get flow identifier, and you just copy the identifier, whatever you are getting it here, so that we can use it in the later part of this video. So let me go to the project site again, where we need to make sure to tag that item in here. So let me create one more column, and I would like to create this as a text column. So let me go to the text, call that as send notification, and I would like to click on save. So here now we need to make sure to convert this column as a button where you can trigger the flow, and this can be achieved with help of the additional formatting concepts whatever we have it on SharePoint list. Let me take you to the Microsoft documentation which talks about this, and I will be giving this URL in the description of the video where you will be able to get more additional informations. If you see here in the article, you will be able to see how to create a button, how to create custom cards, default hover over, column formatting reference, inline editing, and multiple field values for an item using an custom row action. In this video, we are going to use the first option, create a button to launch a flow. If you come down, you will be given a brief of what that create a button to launch a flow looks like and how to create that. If you scroll further down, you will be able to see the JSON property of it, which is what we are going to use now. So you can copy this JSON property, go back to the list, select the column, whatever you want to edit, and then go to the column settings and go to format this column. Here in the format column options, you have something called advanced mode. When you click that, you will be able to see the JSON schema. I'm just expanding it a further bit and I'm pasting the item, whatever I have just copied in. If you scroll over, you will be able to see the complete JSON code and here the action parameter, which is the ID of the flow. So let me go back, copy the ID, come here and just replace that with our new flow ID. If you click on preview, you will be able to see the send notification. Now we have a custom button which called as send to manager. This send to manager is a default item available in this JSON. So if you want to change this, you can obviously do so. I would like to call it as reminder slash follow up. And now if you preview, you will see reminder slash follow up. Once you are satisfied with the executions, whatever you have made here, you can click on save. Now, if someone clicks this reminder flow or follow up, it prompts for the additional message post the sign off of the flow, and on the successful trigger, the assigned to person will get notification. Here, I would like to use the line item where I have my name as tagged user. So let me click reminder or follow up. So it opens up the panel where it will be asking for the additional message what I would like to enter because the flow needs this as an input. I would like to call what is the status of this task, and whenever I click run a flow, this will trigger an email to my email address with this task title in the subject line with the custom message as what is the status of the flow. I would like to jump back to the Outlook to check if I have received an email. Yes, I have an email with the subject line notification for the task create training docs. That's the item what I have just clicked that reminder or follow-up email and you see what is the status of the task. So you can customize this email accordingly. As an additional formatting, if you want to show this button only for a specific condition, we can do so. For instance, consider you need this button to be visible if and only if the project is in progress. So let me sort this A to Z. The reason being I just want to find the internal name of this field. So whenever you sort, the sort field option will give you the internal name that is configured in the SharePoint list. So let me go to this edit column settings and again open the format of this column. Here I would like to control the display property in the style. So let me add a property called display. And this display property will be an if condition. So if I would like to open the bracket, a square bracket, use the dollar sign and paste the status column, the name of the status column, what I have copied, close the bracket, say equal to, and in a single quote, whenever it is in progress, we need to make sure this is case sensitive. So whenever the status is in progress, I would like to show that button. So I would like to inherit the display property, else I would like to say none. I would like to close the if condition. Whenever the status is in progress, this will inherit the display property. If not, it will show none. So let me click on preview. Now you see this reminder or follow-up is only visible for the in progress items. Let's click on save. So as I said already, there are some additional advanced customizing options where you will be able to change the header text and the run flow button text as well within the action parameter property of the customized portions. For instance, whenever you click this reminder flow, you will have the name of the flow that is being called at the top, which says run flow, send an email notification. This is the header text. And you can see that run flow button text, which is this button text. If you want to customize these two, yes, that can be done so. And you can see that that customization can be done in the action parameters, so that should be done here in this JSON. By this, we come to end of this video. In this video, we have understood how to create a custom button which triggers an email for a selected item in the SharePoint list. If you have any questions or clarifications, please post it in the comment section and we will be happy to help.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel, hit the like button, and press the bell icon for our new video alerts.